Good morning, children. This is 11th Physics, Chapter 4, Motion in a Plane. Today we are going to start with addition or composition of vectors. So, children, if two vectors are acting, then the resultant of the two vectors will be a single vector, right? That single vector will produce the same effect as the two individual vectors together will produce. So, the process of adding two or more vectors is also called composition of vectors. And as we know, vectors, they have both magnitude and direction. And so they cannot be added by ordinary rules of algebra. So we need to apply the vector rules of algebra. So there are two methods of addition of vectors. First method is the graphical method, and the second method is the analytical method. So let's start with the graphical method of vector addition. Now in graphical method, the first is the triangle law of two vectors. Now here we are given two vectors. This is vector A and this is your vector B. We need to find out their resultant vector. So, according to triangle law, if two vectors are acting on a particle are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of the triangle in the same order. Means if the two vectors, here we are having two vectors A and B, right children? If these two vectors are represented by the two sides of a triangle. For example, here you can see these forms two sides of a triangle. Yes? So, if the two vectors forms the two sides of a triangle, then the third side of the triangle means this side is going to, the yellow side is going to complete the triangle. So that will be the third side of the triangle. That will give you, children, the resultant of the two vectors. That will give you the resultant of the two vectors, right? So let's start with it. So here we are given two vectors. One is vector A and other is vector B. Now what we are doing? We are just displacing this vector. इस vector को हम just displace कर रहे हैं and we are placing it over here. Without changing its magnitude, without touching its direction. As it is, just we are going to pick up the vector and we are going to place that vector at the arrowhead of vector B. Okay, so what we have done, we have just displaced the vector A towards or at the arrowhead of vector B. Fine, this much done. Now, here in this figure, children, in this figure, the vector A and vector B, they are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of the triangle. So the side enclosing the two sides, इनको close करती हुई एक line draw करेंगे. So this forms the third side of the triangle, which gives us the resultant of vector A and B. So this third side is your vector R, that is resultant vector. For resultant, we have used the symbol R. It is a vector, so we will put an arrow over R equals to vector A plus vector B. So this is your triangle law of two vectors, right? This is the graphical method. Then we are going to see the analytical method also. right? This much is clear. If two sides of the triangle are represented in magnitude and direction by the two vectors, then the third side will give you the resultant of the two vectors taken in the opposite order. Right, children? So this is your triangle law. Next is your parallelogram law of two vectors. Parallelogram law of two vectors. So here also you are having two vectors. So as you can see, this is our vector A and this is our vector B. So what we are going to do, we are just going to displace the vector B and we will just put the vector B over the tail of vector A. Right, children? We are just displacing the vector B. Now, we know parallelogram, children, it has four sides. So, if our two vectors, that is vector A and B, they represent the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Parallelogram की अगर vector A और B adjacent side represent करते हैं और उनका जो magnitude है वही side की length होगी और उनका जो डायरेक्शन है that is the direction of the side of the parallelogram, then children the resultant vector A or B का resultant vector will be given by the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the common point, drawn from the common point of the two vectors. A और B का common point क्या है बेटा? This point is the common point. Right, children? So if two vectors, they are represented in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the resultant vector is represented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal drawn from the same common point of the two vectors. Okay, beta? So this is your graphical method of parallelogram law of vectors, right, children? So आप बोलोगे ma'am, from where did this the other two sides come? So beta, other two sides we are going to draw. We know the properties of parallelogram, right? So B and this, they are equal. Vector A and this side, they would be equal. So we are just going to complete the parallelogram with the opposite sides equal, and then the resultant is going to give us the resultant will give us the resultant is given by the diagonal. Okay, beta, resultant is given by the diagonal. Now children, let us see the analytical method. Let us see. So now let's start with the analytical method for triangle law. First we will do, right children? Analytical method for triangle law. This is just going to prove your triangle law, that if two sides of the triangle represents the two vectors in magnitude and direction, then taken in the same order, then the third side of the triangle will represent the resultant of the two vectors taken in the reverse order. Right, this we are going to prove it. So let's see the proof of it, and that is your analytical method. So here as we can see, here we are having two vectors A and B. Right, children? They are represented in magnitude and direction by the side OP of the triangle, right? And by the side PQ of the triangle. This is our vector A and this side is our vector B. Then according to triangle law, the third side will be the resultant. This we are going to prove. Okay, children? Chalo. Let's see how we are going to do that. So, first we are going to draw from point Q. We are going to draw QN. So here this is QN and this is a perpendicular line on OP. OP पे perpendicular line है. So QN is a perpendicular line on the line OP. Yes, children. So we have drawn QN perpendicular to OP. Right? Now, let the angle QPN be theta. Let this angle be theta. Yes, children. Now, beta, be attentive over here. Suppose in this triangle, we need to find out sine theta and cos theta. So, we know, children, sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So, theta को opposite side कौन सी है बेटा? QN. Hypotenuse side कौन सी है बेटा? QP. Yes, QN by QP. Right, children? Now, QN we will write as it is, and QP we know it's vector B, है ना vector B बेटा वो. So if we make QN subject of formula, QN equals to B sin theta. यहाँ पे आपका B जो है वो vector है. इतना clear है? What did we do in triangle QPN? We are finding out sin theta. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is QN. And hypotenuse is QP. QN as it is we have written, and QP is nothing but vector B. So we have written B. So if we make QN subject of formula, that will be equal to B sin theta. Right, children? So QN equals to B sin theta. Right. Next, we are going to find out the cos theta for this. Let's find out the cos theta for this. Now cos, we know cos theta is adjacent. So adjacent is Pn upon hypotenuse, that is PQ. Now Pn as it is and PQ is nothing but it is again vector B. So if we make Pn subject of formula, we will get B cos theta. We will get, children, B cos theta. This much clear? So Qn की value आई है बेटा B sin theta and Pn की value आई है बेटा B cos theta. Right? So let's write these values in the diagram so that it is clear. Qn is B sin theta and PB is B cos theta. Right? PB and Qn. This much is clear. Now, we can see the triangle. Now, which triangle we are considering? We are considering triangle QNO, this big triangle. Yes, children. Can we apply Pythagoras over here? So, when we apply Pythagoras over here in this triangle, we will get OQ square equals to QN square plus ON square. Right, children? QN square plus ON square. This is Pythagoras theorem. QN square plus ON square. This is Pythagoras theorem, right, children? Now, what we are going to do? We are going to find out the value of OQ square. We know now OQ is R, vector R square. Now, we are just going to substitute some values, okay? So, for that, let me slide it a little bit. Just a second. Okay, children. So, children, here OP plus PN square plus QN square. So, instead of OP, we will substitute A because OP is vector A. PN is B cos theta. We are substituting the values and then here we can apply the maths formula, that is x plus y the whole square, that is x square plus y square plus 2xy. We'll get this, है ना children? Then we'll take b square common and we are left in the with the bracket, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta, that is 1. So this is the value of r square and value of r is under root of this. Now this is your resultant vector r, but we require direction. We require direction, children. So for direction, we require to see the angle. We require to find out the angle. So as we can see here, the angle is beta. So we require to find out the angle beta. So if we carry out tan beta, so tan we know it's opposite for a right angle triangle, right children? So tan we know it's opposite upon hypotenuse. It's opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite side to beta is Qn and hypotenuse side we know it's On. Yes children, no doubt in this, right? So tan beta equals to Qn is, we know the value of Qn, that is over here, b sine theta, b sine theta, and On can be written as OP plus PN. ON can be written as OP plus PN, right? We are finding out the angle because it is a vector quantity. Magnitude we got. R equals to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now this is the direction. Right children? So instead of OP, we will substitute vector A because OP is vector A. And instead of PN, we will substitute its value and that is B cos theta. So substituting the value of theta and vector A and B, we will get the direction of the resultant vector. Right children? So this is it. This is your analytical method of vector addition, and in that we did the triangle. In that we did the triangle law. This is your analytical treatment for triangle law. So I hope this much is clear. Right? Let's now move for the parallelogram law. Let's now move for the parallelogram law. We had seen the graphical method. Now we are going to see the analytical method for parallelogram. So parallelogram law. So here we know children that we are given with two vectors, vector A and vector B. So this side of the parallelogram, that is your QP, is represented by vector A, both in magnitude and in direction. Similarly, the other vector, that is vector B, it is represented by the adjacent side of the parallelogram in magnitude and direction both. Right children? This much is clear. Now this is also very easy. Right? Now what we are going to do? We are going to complete the parallelogram. So by drawing the side PS and by completing the triangle by drawing the side QS, and then we will draw the diagonal. Now, the angle between vector A and B, the angle between vector A and vector B is theta, right? And the angle between the resultant vector, this R is our resultant vector, right? The angle between the resultant vector and vector A is your beta. Yes, children? Okay. Now we are going to do the construction as we did in triangle law, and the construction is similar. That is, from point S, we are drawing a perpendicular on OP, and that perpendicular is SN. So draw SN perpendicular to OP. After drawing the perpendicular, we know this angle will also be theta. You can apply your maths over here. Now, as we did in triangle law, we are going to find out the value of sine theta. We are going to find out the value of Sn, and we will be finding the value of Pn in terms of theta. So what we will find out? We will find out for this triangle sin theta and cos theta. For this right angle triangle, we will find out the value of sin theta and cos theta, and we will find out finally the value of Sn and Pn. Let's do it. So in right angle triangle SNP, in right angle triangle SNP, if we take sin theta first, sin theta is opposite. So opposite side to theta is Sn upon hypotenuse, and hypotenuse we know it's SP. Right, children? SP is what? SP is vector B. So Sn by B. So if we make Sn subject of formula, Sn equals to B sin theta. Yes, beta. Sn equals to B sin theta. Yes, so we found out the value of Sn. That is how much, beta? B sin theta. Now we can find out the value of Pn, and similarly, and it will come out to be B cos theta. It will come out to be B cos theta. So this is B sin theta, and this is, that is your Pn is B cos theta. Yes, children, this much clear. Now, what we have to find? Resultant. So for that, we are going to consider the triangle, right angle triangle, that is OSN. OSN. Right, beta? Pythagoras lagaye. So if we apply Pythagoras to this, we know we are going to get OS square equal to, we are going to get, okay, all right. OS square equal to ON square plus SN square. Right, children, Pythagoras? Now, OS square is what? R square. And ON square is what, children? ON is OP plus PN. Right, children? ON is what? OP plus PN. So, we will put here OP plus PN. So, I am having it over here. I'll just show it to you on your screen. And that is over here. Right, children? So this is it. So this is your ON square, that is OP plus PN square plus SN square. Now we know OP is your vector A, and PN we just now found out the value, that is B cos theta. And SN value we know it's B sin theta. So we are putting that values. We are applying the x plus y, the whole square formula, and on applying that we will get this, right? And then we are taking b square common, and we are left within the bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta, which comes out to be 1. And again the resultant is r square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Values are same because, children, these are the different methods with which you can find out the addition of the two vectors. Any method you will use, right? The value is same. So resultant vector r is under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the magnitude of the resultant vector r. Now we need to find out the direction. Direction means angle, right? So for finding out the angle, we are again going to find out the value of theta. We are going to find out the value of, sorry, beta, angle beta. So we are going to consider this triangle, and from this triangle we can get the value of 10 beta. So your 10 beta, 10 is opposite Sn upon adjacent, that is On. And Sn value we know it's B sin theta. On can be written as OP plus Pn, that is A plus B cos theta. So if you compare, again the value of tan beta is same as we found in triangle law. So children, this was your triangle law and parallelogram law, both graphically as well as analytical method. This is it, children.